Let us solve the equation 2 to the power x minus 3 to the power x equal to square root of 6 to the power x minus 9 to the power x. So we are given this equation. Let's write this as equation 1. And we want to solve this equation. You see that you have a square root on the right hand side. Can we remove this square root? We can remove it by just squaring. So we square both sides of the equation. Left hand side squared and right hand side squared. You see that root and square will get cancelled. Root and squared will get cancelled. So we can write this equation as we simply apply the formula a minus b whole thing square. A minus b whole thing square equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So a squared 2 to the power x whole thing square minus 2ab 2 into 2 to the power x into 3 to the power x plus b square. So 3 to the power x whole thing square equal to 6 to the power x minus 9 to the power x. Now we apply the law that a to the power m whole thing to the power n equal to a to the power mn. So powers of power, if we have powers of powers, then we simply multiply those powers. You see you have powers 2 to the power x, that gets powered by 2. So we can write this as 2 to the power 2x. The same thing here, 3 to the power 2x. 2 into 2 to the power x into 3 to the power x, we copy it as it is, equal to 6 to the power x minus 9 to the power x. Now you see that we are having a base equal to 2, base equal to 3, base equal to 6, base equal to 9. So we have 4 different number of bases. Generally in exponential equation, we would like to have just one number of base. Can we reduce the number of base? Yes, we can write 6 as 2 into 3, 9 as 3 into 3, or 9 equal to 3 square. Let's do it. 2 to the power 2x we copy as it is, minus 2 into 2 to the power x into 3 to the power x we copy as it is. 3 to the power 2x we copy as it is. 6 can be written as 2 into 3. And 9 can be written as 3 square. So we can write this as left hand side we copy as it is, 2 to the power 2x minus 2 into 2 to the power x into 3 to the power x plus 3 to the power 2x. Right hand side we have an expression like ab to the power m. That can be written as a to the power m into b to the power m. So we have 2 into 3 to the power x. That can be written as 2 to the power x into 3 to the power x. Minus, once again a to the power m to the power n is a to the power mn. So 3 to the power 2 to the power x can simply be written as 3 to the power 2x. Now we take this expression to the right hand side, left hand side. This one also left hand side. 2 to the power 2x we copy as it is, minus 2 number of 2 to the power x into 3 to the power 2x. If you take this one, we'll get to the left hand side, we'll get minus. So minus 3 number of 2 to the power x into 3 to the power x. And then this one minus of 3 to the power 2x. If you take it to the left hand side, it will be plus. So plus of 1 number of 3 to the power 2x and 1 number to 3 to the power 2x. That gives us 2 number of 3 to the power 2x equal to 0. We copy. We got it, we are not copying. Okay, now you see that we have reduced number of bases. Earlier we are having 4 number of bases. Now we are having 2 number of bases. Can we reduce it further? Yes, we simply have to divide both sides by 3 to the power 2x. So let us divide this expression throughout by 3 to the power 2x. 3 to the power 2x. 3 to the power 2x, that's equal to 3 to the power x into 3 to the power x. Again we are dividing by 3 to the power 2x. Okay, now you see that we can cancel 3 to the power 2x. We can cancel 3 to the power x. Once again we see that a to the power m by b to the power m. once again we will apply law of indices. A to the power m by b to the power m is simply equal to a by b to the power m. So that gives us 2 by 3 to the power 2x minus 3 into 2 by 3 to the power x plus 2 equal to 0. That again by law of indices can be written as 2 by 3 to the power x whole thing square minus 3 into 2 by 3 to the power x plus 2 equal to 0. Now you see something square minus 3 times something plus 2 equal to 0. That reminds us about a quadratic equation. So that reminds us about a quadratic equation. So let us reduce this equation to a quadratic equation by just writing let y equal to 2 by 3 to the power x. So that gives us y square minus 3y plus 2 equal to 0. Now we see that this can be a factor. We can have several methods of solving it. We'll solve it by splitting the middle term method. 2 into 1 equal to 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So we can split 3 as 2 plus 1 or 1 plus 2. Rest of the expression we copy as it is. 2 can be written as 2 into 1 or 1 plus 2 as you like. So once again 3 is splitted as 2 plus 1. The middle term is splitted as 2 plus 1. And observe that 2 into 1 is 2. Y square you copy as it is minus you copy as it is. That can be written as y square minus 1 into y minus 2 into y plus 2 into 1 equal to 0. Now you see that we can take y common and we can take minus 2 common. Let's do it. If we take y common, we are left out with y minus 1. And if we take minus 2 common, we are left out with y minus 1 equal to 0. We copy it as it is. Now it has a magic that you can get y minus 1 common once again. You see, y minus 1, y minus 1. Let's take y minus 1 common. Once again, y minus 1 if we take common, we are left out with y minus 2 and the product is equal to 0. Now if product of two number equal to 0, one of them has to be 0, but we don't know which one is 0. Maybe y minus 1 equal to 0 or maybe y minus 2 equal to 0. That gives us y equal to 1 or y equal to 2. When y equal to 1, but we are assuming y equal to 2 by 3 to the power x. But y equal to 2 by 3 to the power x. That's the assumption we have made. So that implies 2 by 3 to the power x equal to 1. And 2 by 3 and or maybe 2 by 3 to the power x. One of them must be true. Or maybe both of them are true. Now we see that x, in this case x must be equal to 0 because 2 by 3 to the power 0 is 1. So let's write one more step. 2 by 3 to the power x equal to 2 by 3 to the power 0. So that forces us to say x equal to 0. What about this one? We take log on both sides. So when we take log on both sides, we obtain log of 2 by 3 to the power x equal to log of 2. That gives us, you see, power we can take out of the logarithm. So log x times log of 2 by 3 equal to log of 2. Now we can write x as log of 2 divided by log of 2 by 3 divided by log of 2 by 3, and we are done. So we have two number of solution, x equal to 0. That's a trivial solution that you can easily see it. You see that if I write x equal to 0, 2 to the power 0 is 1, 3 to the power 0 is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, 6 to the power 0 is 1, and 9 to the power 0 is also 1. 1 minus 1 is 0 and 0 is equal to 0. So x equal to 0, that's a trivial solution. And x equal to log of 2 divided by log of 2 by 3, that's the other solution.